So welcome everybody to our webinar on OneNote. This is a new topic for us, first time that we're doing it. Thank you everybody for coming out. I'm turning it over to our expert, Sandy Rylander, who put on a wonderful training on Outlook about a month ago. Thank you so much, Sandy. Greatly appreciate it.
Well, thank you for giving me the opportunity, and especially the opportunity to teach OneNote, which is one of my favorite programs. So just a little bit about my background. I've been teaching for Northwest Justice Project for about 23 years now, I think, and teaching the Microsoft Office Suite, which OneNote is a new program that a lot of people don't even know they own, and it's one of the most amazing programs, I think, besides Excel that Microsoft has to offer. And what I like about it is that I like to think of myself as a very organized person, and I like things to be put in their place. But I don't know if you've ever had the problem of not being able to find your keys. So you like to put things in the proper place, but you don't always do that. And OneNote is an application that allows you to have one place to search for absolutely everything. So I no longer have to worry about where I put things, because everything is always in OneNote. So for example, and OneNote is a note-taking piece of software. I don't know if you've heard of Evernote, but it's the same kind of thing where you can take notes on whatever it is that interests you. For instance, if you need to gear up for a trial and you need to do some research, you can do that. If you want to collaborate with somebody else in the office, you can actually share your notes with other people. And as you probably can see from my screen right now, if you do share notes with other people or allow them to also take notes, you see that it'll put your initials beside the notes that you've taken and beside the notes that they've taken. So it's a great organizational tool, it's a great collaboration tool, it's a great reference area. And so what we're going to learn today is how things are organized and how you can use OneNote not only on your laptops or desktops, but another great thing about OneNote is that it spans pretty much all platforms. And what I mean by that is I take notes on my computer, and then I can see them on my phone, my iPhone, my iPad, my Android, my Kindle, just about every place, every electronic media that you have, you can see that information, and you can add to that information. And if you don't have OneNote with you, you can always use the OneNote Web App and see whatever you've done from any computer, anywhere, anytime. So let's go ahead and start. First of all, if I want to create a notebook, let's look at the notebooks over here on the right. Now, in 2010, I believe notebooks don't necessarily appear by themselves. So if they don't, let me show you. See this little collapse navigation bar? You may not see the notebooks in their entirety. So you may need to click this little arrow to have them visible, which I think is very handy. A notebook, which this is a notebook is like a binder. Think of it as a binder, okay, to hold your information. So now this notebook I've called computer information. If I want to see more about that notebook, I can click on the down arrow, and then you see that I have some categories here, and these are called sections. So I have a section called Lenovo, and Lenovo happens to be the laptop computer I have, and you can see that I've got a section with all the different things, all my different laptops and that sort of thing right here. So this is considered to be a section, which is a breakdown. And if you want to think of a section in terms of my analogy earlier of a binder, a section would be like a tab in that binder. Okay, so those physical tabs. So a section doesn't actually have anything, it's just a place to break. And then within the tab, do you see over here to the right, you have what are called pages. And it's on pages where you're going to write all your information. So if I click on this, you see Lenovo X230, Lenovo 530 warranty. So as I click on different pages, you can see different material coming up. So we've got, at the top level, we have the notebook, and you can have as many notebooks as you want. Under that, you can have this, which is called a section. Under the section, you can have pages. Any questions so far? Okay, I'm not hearing any questions.
No questions yet.
Okay, so let me show you something that might make it even more understandable, even though computers are what we work with. Let's look at my travel notebook. A lot of people are interested in that. So in my travel notebook, notice that I have a section called Hawaii. And then within Hawaii, I might have a page. Actually, let's look at a different one. A page that has, this happens to be a cruise, so I might have a cruise. I have notes that somebody told me about what to do there. Airline confirmation. By the way, remember I told you that this syncs with my cell phone and my iPad. So you don't think my screen is being shared. So people aren't being able to see what I'm showing?
I can definitely see your screen.
Okay.
Looks like a few people can. If someone cannot see the screen, try logging back out and logging back in. You may have lost a connection with it. The screen will freeze if you lose the connection.
Okay. So this comes in real handy when you're at the airport and you forgot what your confirmation code is. You can look it right up on your phone. Here's the same thing when the hotel tells you, oh, sorry, you don't have a reservation. You can say, excuse me, I really do, and this is my reservation number. So everything is always at your fingertips. So again, we've got the notebook level, we've got the section level, and we've got the pages over here, okay? So then you might ask, well, Sandy, if this is a section, then what is this up here? This is called a section group. And a section group, again, is just a way to organize things. Notice that I've got a section group called travel information where I have different tabs. So for instance, one of the things I like to do is I like to have a checklist of what to bring on vacations, because so often I forget things, okay? Then if I go on vacation somewhere and I go back, let's say to Astoria, I want to remember what restaurants were good. So I have a restaurant tab. But this is a section group that all it does is groups together all of these sections. Then I have travel planned, which means it's going to happen in the future. Then I've got travel taken, which I've done in the past, but those are groups. So they're one level above a section. Again, only for organization. Okay? So if you understand the organization now, let's go ahead and create our first notebook. So to create a notebook, by the way, you start out, everybody starts out with a personal notebook, you'll notice. And the personal notebook is kind of interesting because Microsoft will tell you that you should not have big notebooks. So you should not have a notebook called personal and a notebook called business because they'll get way too large. You should be much more granular in your notebooks, and we'll talk about why later. But then the only notebook they give you is one called personal, which is kind of interesting. But anyway, so you start out with one notebook, and let's now create our own. Again, we're going to go to File, New, just like you would if you were in Word to do a new document. You go to File, New, right? Now the difference here is that it gives you three choices as to where you want to store your notebook. If you store it anywhere but the web, you won't be able to have it cross-platform like I was talking to you about on your phone and that sort of thing, because you need to have it on the internet, basically on the web, in order to see it from different locations like that. If you store it on your network, that'll be great. You'll be able to access it from anywhere when you're actually on your network. And if you store it on your computer, you'll only be able to see it when you're on that personal computer, okay? So I started out with my computer and changed all of my notebooks over time to being on the web so I can see them anywhere, anytime. So you would click on that. Now, in order to store it on the web, you do need to have a Microsoft account. Excuse me, did somebody ask something?
Jim asked, where are they stored on the web?
Oh, they're stored on Microsoft OneDrive. It used to be called SkyDrive, and then Microsoft changed the name to OneDrive. And the security, I see some people are worried about security. There is a professional version that's even more secure, but I believe that would be at a cost. So you'll have to look into the security situation, you know, if you're going to keep information that's really needs high security. So something like a trial that you're working on, perhaps that would be something that you would keep on your network, because each folder can be stored in a different place. You can have some on your network, some on the web, and some on your computer. Anyway, so if you want to create it on the web, if you don't have an account, that's the first thing that you're going to have to do is create an account with a name and password. It is password protected, and it should be reasonably secure, but not as secure as the business version of OneDrive. Within that, you're going to have different folders on that web account, and you can have one that's, notice that you're going to start out with one that's just shared with you, okay? So right here is the one that you're going to start with, and then you can create others if you'd like. Okay, sorry about that. I just got, okay, so anyway, so what you do then is you just click in here and you give your notebook a name, and then you'll click on Create Notebook. That's how simple it is. So the very first time it'll take a few extra steps because you've got to make sure you create your account if you're going to do it on the web. But other than that, just creating the notebook will create it. And when you do create the notebook, it will ask you if you want to share it with others.
So once the notebook is created, can you choose if it's on the web at one point just to move it to network or move it to my computer instead?
Yeah, what I would do, you could, but I would go the other way around. I'd probably start with my computer or network like I did. Start out with it being completely private, and then if you decide later that you want to have it across platforms or you want to access it from somewhere else, then put it to your network or the web. And that's very easy to do under share, or there's a lot of different options to be able to move it. Were there other questions? Okay, so once you create your notebook, like I've got notebooks created here, let's just, in fact, let me just create a notebook just so you can see the whole process. So I'm going to go to New, here's Web, I'll create a new one, I'll call it NJP, and then down here, if I want to put it in a different place, which I do, I'll put it in my personal one, I'll click on that and just click on Create Notebook. And this is what I was talking about. Notebook created. It is accessible to anyone with permissions at that web location, which nobody has permissions to that web location except myself. Do I want somebody else to be able to see the notebook? And I don't want to. So I'm going to say no thanks. And here I am. The notebook that you newly create is always going to be moved to the bottom, which for you right now, since you only have one, is not a big deal. It's going to be right underneath your personal. But as you get more and more notebooks, you may decide you want to change the order, and it's as easy as just dragging it to where you want it to go. Notice I'm holding my left mouse button down and dragging it up. Okay, and notice that this black line going across, wherever it is I want to drop it, I want to make sure I see this black line and let go, and that's where it'll be dropped. Notice also that your notebook, because I shared it on the web, do you see this green circle? This green circle says that it's always synchronizing with the web, so that my phone, everything that's tied to this will always be updated the second I start typing in information. Notice also that you're immediately given a new section, okay? And you can see that new section both here where it says New Section 1 and up here. Now, I would like my new Section 1 to have a little more descriptive name. Can anybody tell me how I can rename this? Somebody that's had a class from me in the past, you know there's only one right answer pretty much whenever I ask you. What's that?
Right click.
Right click. So if I right click on new section 1, you see rename right here is an option. So I can either do that and rename right here. So let's say I'm going to type in OneNote. Okay. Another way, if I am up here, this is very similar to Excel, and I saw somebody already answer that in the bottom right corner of my screen, is that I can up here double click. Okay. So if I double click, I can change it to OneNote or whatever I want. I don't want to do that, but that's how easy that is. Now, if I would like another tab, another section, notice over here, just like Excel, how it has that, you know, create a new tab in Excel, same here. All I have to do is click. Notice when I click, it already highlights the name. So I'm ready to start typing. I don't have to double click anything. I can just start typing. So let's say I'll type in PowerPoint. Okay. If I want another one, I can come over here and again click and type in Excel. So really easy to create sections. Okay. Now all of these sections are software. They're programs, right? So one of the things I told you was that you can have a section group. Like here, notice I've got a software section group and a hardware section group, which is nice because if I want, I could collapse that group. But if for no other reason other than to organize these, I've created a group. So how do you think I would create a section group? Well, there's only one right answer, and the right answer is to right click, right? I'm going to right click, and do you see where it says new section group? Yay, I see somebody answered new section group. It said right click. Okay, so I've got new section group now. Notice that even though this isn't highlighted here, it is up here, meaning that I, again, don't have to double click. I can just start typing, and I'm going to call this hardware and enter. Now, unfortunately, there is no way to put this section group where you want it to go. In other words, I couldn't put it up here, which is where I want it. So you have to create it. It'll create it down at the bottom always, and then you simply drag the sections you want on top of it, and they fall underneath. Okay? Now let's say you want these in alphabetical order. I can drag these to be in any order I want. Okay? So now I'm here at OneNote, and remember this is a section group. This is a section. What is this? This is a page. Now this is one thing that's a little different. Instead of naming your page over here, you name your page right here. And so this is my OneNote page, and I'm going to talk about entering data. Okay, so I typed in entering data, and now I'm going to click down here and start my very first page. Now notice that when I click down here, do you see that I have a little, what looks to be sort of a placeholder? That's one thing that's kind of unique about OneNote is that it's not like Word where you start at the top of the page. You can click anywhere you want and your placeholder will go right there. Okay, so you really have a lot of flexibility as to where you place your data. So I'm going to click here and I'm going to start typing. One of the things that I really love about OneNote is that it has a lot of different features. First of all, let's say I would like to number this list. I can click on the 1, 2, 3, and I can say section group, section, whoops. And then I say, oh, you know, I would really like this to be an outline. So notice if I click right after the character and press tab, it brings it in a level. Section, page, sub, page, page. Now if I want to go back out, this is just like Word. I can press Shift Tab, and here's number 2. Okay? So you can create things like this. Okay, section group, section, page, that sort of thing. So that's one way Another thing you can do, which I really like, is I like to create tables, what I call on the fly. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to say, let's say you're doing a trial and you want to list the dependent and each of their, or the person you're representing and each of the children. So I'm going to say Roger is the first person and he is the person I'm representing. Let's say he's the defendant. Notice that all I did, well, you probably didn't notice because you can't see me, but all I have to do to create a table is after whatever I want to type, I just press tab. That's how simple it is. So if I want to say Roger, let's give him an age, 56. Let's tab again. Defendant, let's say I want to know his phone number, 555-9999. Whoops, 9999. Now I want to start another row. All I did was press enter. And we can put Sandy, I'll be 29, probably for the rest of my life, defendant's wife, etc. Now that I've started the table, I can still just press tab, okay, and tab through and type whatever I want. Now, what if I want these in a different order? This is something very unique in that, notice when I am on a row, if I want Dana to be ahead of Alex, all I have to do is come over here. Notice there's a four-headed arrow, which always means moving, right? So if I drag that up, that's how easy it is to move a row. Click, drag it up, and I can move things around. Now, what if I want to have another, a blank row between Alex and Dana? All I have to do is be at the very end of a row and, well, if I had data in there, excuse me, be at the end of the row and press Control-Enter, if I would ever hit backspace, here we go, at the end of a row and press Control-Enter to get a new row. Or if I'm at the beginning of a row, I can click and press Enter. So it's really simple to add rows, move rows, do whatever you want. But if you don't want to do it that way, notice at the top you have a Table Tools tab right here. Click on it. Notice you can add rows to the left, to above and below, and columns to the left and right, very similar to what you would do in Word or in Excel. Any questions on working with a table? Okay. I'm going to go back to the first tab, and another thing that OneNote has but doesn't have a lot of is formatting. You see the formatting here. There's bold, italics, underline, that sort of thing. There's also changing your font color, but they do have some headings that if you like the look, you can just click on that particular look, and it will, this one is blue and 16-point and Calibri and that sort of thing, okay? Now, let's say you're trying to make a list, a to-do list. There's another neat thing called tags. These are tags down here. If I click on to-dos, this is where I can say prepare for trial. Click on here again. Depose witness, whatever it is I want. And what's neat about these is that you can click to check them and uncheck them, okay? You can also, if you say, you know what, I really like this, but I use my tasks in Outlook. Well, one of the really neat things about OneNote is that it completely integrates with Outlook. In fact, it integrates with Outlook, Excel, PowerPoint, excuse me, not Excel, Outlook, Word, and PowerPoint, and we'll show you all of those. But for right now, if I want this to be an Outlook task, I can go to Outlook Tasks and make it a task for today or tomorrow or whatever it is that I want to do, and it will show up under my Outlook as a task there. So this is just a checkbox, sort of a to-do list within OneNote, but this will cause it to appear in Outlook as well. Okay? You can also combine with Outlook's meetings if you want to go to meeting details and add meeting notes in OneNote. All right? So tags are really nice because you can search on them and use them as a way to organize. They're sort of like categories. So for instance, if this were really important to me, I could give it the important tag. And you can do as many different tags as you want on an item. So I can say, this is an important item, and I also have a question about it. If I click on this down arrow, you can see that you have just tremendous options when it comes to tags, okay? But let's say there's a tag that you want that's not here, like trial prep, or maybe you're trying to assign things to people. You can go to customize tags, and you can create a new tag. So let's say Sue Enterman is a person that I like assigning a lot of things to. I can create a Sue tag, and I can give it a color. I can give it a highlight color. I can give it a symbol. I shouldn't say it, I should say her. So I can make her whatever symbol I want and click on OK and OK again. Notice that any tag you create is at the top of the list. So if this is something I would like Sue to do or to discuss with her, I can just click on that and notice it becomes a Sue tag. Now, how can this help me? Well, if I go to Find Tags, do you see how it groups all my tags? So I can find, if there was something else that I wanted to discuss with Sue, let's do another Sue. Now notice when I do that, do you see how it did not refresh this? This stayed the same. That's what down here when it says refresh results, that's what allows you to see any new items, okay? So I can see everything I have to do. Let's say these were different case names. I could see everything I have to do for a particular case, or everything I have questions on, or everything that's important. I can see them all together. If I have checked items, I can also say I only want to show unchecked items, so I can only see things that I still have to do, not those things that I've already done. In addition, I can create a summary page, and what that'll do is take all of these items and put them on a page for you. So if I click on Create Summary Page, do you see how it made a new page for me with all the different tags within this notebook? Does anybody have any questions so far? I know I'm going really fast. Normally this is a 3-hour class and we're trying to do it in 1 hour, but how's everybody doing? Any questions or confusion?
Going well.
Going well? Okay. If you create this summary page and you decide later you don't need it anymore, you've printed it out, whatever reason you don't need it, you can always right-click on a page and delete it. Okay. Where was the tag summary from? Oh, so a question was, where was this tag from? And it was from this here, but if you're asking where, how does it decide how much to search? Do you see down here where it says this notebook? So this information came from just the NJP notebook. You can choose, that's a really good question, by the way. You can say, I want it from everything in this section. You can have the entire, all notebooks, which would go through and search every single notebook. So this is where you can say, where will all of these come from? So let's say you had a notebook per case that you were working on. You might want to just search that one notebook so you just get important things with that case. Or maybe you want it to search all your cases, so you'd say all notebooks. Be really careful with that. I have a to-dos up here, a work to-dos, and notice that, so Madrona Venture Group here. So here's, Madrona Venture Group is one of my clients, and same with NWA, Gordon Tilden Thomas. Notice that on each of these, I put the initials of the client first, and that was because when I created a summary page, when I did it without, let me see, where did my summary page go? Here, when I did it without having these little tags in front of it, all it would say is calendar or support multiple calendars, etc. I didn't know which client it was for. Let me quickly create a summary page. I'm going to refresh results. Notice that it's got all of those in here. And I'm going to create a summary page. And see, everything that I didn't mark with a client and doesn't tell me what client it's for, where those that I did are much more valuable to me. So just remember, if in the end what you want to do is create a summary page for an entire section or whatever, you want to keep that in mind as to whether you want to be able to see what section it belonged in or what page or what group. Hopefully that answered your question. So let's go on. So we've covered tags. Again, tags can be, when I click on customize tags, I can create new ones like I said, but also if you like this tag but you'd like something to be different like the color, you can always click on modify tag. And let's say I don't like her to be red, I can come in here and change the color. I can change the symbol, anything I want, and it changes it up here. You can also move the tags up or down, because notice that the first 9 tags you can use shortcut keys with. Control 1 would be a to-do. So be careful with the order, and you can also delete them. All right, so if I have a to-do right here, I can do a Control 1, and notice it made it a to-do. Or I can do Control 2, and that made it important. Okay? All right. So that's finding tags, that's integrating with Outlook. I can also take this and email this. If I want to email this to Brian, let's say, I can click on email page and notice it brings it straight into Outlook and would allow you to email something to someone who doesn't have OneNote. Any questions on anything on this first page? Okay. So inserting. Remember I showed you how to create a table simply by pressing Tab. Well, sometime you might want to be able to create a table just like you do in Word, which is just to drag across here and it will create a table for you that way. Okay, so that's on the insert. Now this is a new one you may not have seen before. It's called insert space. What if I want to type something in here? Do you see how I have very little room up here? And if I want to make space at this point, I would have to move this placeholder down and then this placeholder down, and I'm doing that by grabbing the tops of the placeholder. Notice that? If I want to do that a whole lot simpler, I can just click on Insert Space, not drag, but just click, point to wherever I would like that space to be added, hold my left mouse button down, and drag down. Notice you have a nice little arrow showing you what it's going to do. Let go, and you see how now I have all kinds of space. If I gave myself too much space, I can click on Insert Space, and I can reduce the amount of space simply by dragging up. Okay? Another really nice feature that is in OneNote, as well as every other Microsoft Office application, is a screen clip. I don't know if you remember screen clip from some of our other training, but I'm going to create a new page. Notice over here it says new page. All I have to do is click, and you see I have a new untitled page, and I'm going to call it screen clip. What screen clip allows you to do, let's say that you have an Excel spreadsheet and you would like to copy a portion of it, but you know how the formatting doesn't always turn out very nicely. So I'm going to go to Print Preview so I get a nice view of my table, and I want a screen clip of this, okay? So what I'm going to do is make sure this is the very last thing I look at before going back to my page. Click on Screen Clip. It goes to the last thing I saw, which is why it was really important that it be the last thing I saw. And then I get these crosshairs that allow me to start and then drag as much as I want, let go, and it will place it right into my notebook. Unfortunately, it placed it into my 2013 notebook, which is also open, but you see it's right here. Okay, I'm going to make sure that goes away. I've got both 2013 and 2010 OneNote on my computer so that I can train on both. But did that make sense on the screen clip? So what you do is you come to screen clip. You come to the page you want, make sure the last thing you saw was shown. So let's say it's something on the internet. I'm going to go to a new page on the internet and go to msn.com. Okay, and whatever it is, let's say you're doing research on a place to go or a case or whatever you want, all you have to do is make sure you go straight back to OneNote and click on Screen Clip. It'll bring you right to where you were on the internet. Drag. And unfortunately, it's bringing me back into my other OneNote, but here it is. Okay, so it does a really great job.
It looks like there's two quick questions here. One of them is,
yes.
I'm using OneNote 2013. How do I display the list of notebooks to the left of the page of text?
Yeah, so this is 2013. Let me get 2013 open. Not sure if it'll let me. Okay. So do you see? So yours looks like this. So you have one notebook being displayed over here, maybe personal or whatever. If you click on that drop-down arrow, and you see there's a push pin, click on that push pin. And so this is OneNote 2013 over here on the right.
Okay, and the other question was, can you set up reminders?
The only way to set up a reminder would be on that Home tab to make it an Outlook task, and in this tasks area under Custom, because it is an Outlook, you can set up a reminder here. But there's no way just in OneNote to set up a reminder. It's really just a note-taking piece of software. So Outlook would be the place to do that, but you can do it in OneNote as long as you link to Outlook through this. Any other questions? No?
That's
okay.
it.
Okay, so that's a screen clip. Then we've got links. You can link to places on the web if you want, but you can also link to other notebooks or pages within OneNote. So if you say, you're working on a case that you have a notebook called Expert Witnesses and you want to be able to link to that. I know that Excel is not my expert witness, but let's just assume that this is the page that I want to link to. I can click on that and click on OK. And notice that if I now click on Untitled Page, it brings me right to that particular page. So really easy to create links, whether it's to the web, which would be here, to a folder on your network, which would be here, or to other places within OneNote. Okay, so that's a link. Attaching a file. If you attach a file, it's just going to give you a little icon. So I'm going to click on Attach File. And I should get my folder list coming up in a minute. Or not. Okay, so click on Attach File, and I'll go to my documents. And Word. And I'm just going to double click on this. And notice that there's a document, so if I want to get to it, I can just double click. Of course, if you do that, you have to be on your network. You can't, or where you have to have that folder, whatever the folder is, accessible to you. Okay? So that's attaching a document. So you can do that. You can also do what's called a file printout. What a file printout is is it's almost like creating like printing right onto your screen. So it becomes kind of like a PDF. I'm going to click on File Printout and click on this again. You want to make sure you do this with a small item because it will, if it's 100 pages, it's going to print out 100 pages. So this is a small, it was only a 2-page. So notice that it's not really editable. It's just in there as a picture. It's like it was printed out into OneNote. Okay, so that's what printout is. Okay, it's almost like a picture. Scanner printout, if you're hooked up to a scanner, it will scan whatever you want into your document, into your OneNote binder, excuse me. Record audio. If you're in a meeting and you'd like to keep track of what everybody's saying, you can, by the way, I'm going to delete this. And this. Okay. You can click on, as long as you have a microphone or you've got one in your laptop, you can click on Record Audio, and then you can start talking, and then when you're done, you would click on Stop, and then you would double-click on Record Audio to actually play it back. Did you guys hear that? I don't know if you heard it, but I just recorded what I said. If you type as you record, it will actually give you places to go back. So let me show you what I mean by that. If I go to Record Audio, I click on Record Audio, and I start talking about different things that you can do in OneNote. One of the things that you can do in OneNote is you can talk about creating tables. Another thing you can do is talk about inserting files and creating new notebooks. So each one of these becomes sort of like a bookmark to what you were talking about. So what I mean by that is, if I now click on Stop, notice that I can just play the whole thing back up here, or I can try to start at one of these locations by clicking on the arrow to the left of that particular item. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's not perfect, but it gets you close to that point in the tape. See that? So I'm going to stop that. So that's inserting audio, and inserting video is exactly the same thing. Make sure that, of course, that you have a camera, or if you have your laptop, make sure that the little eye of your the camera of your laptop is looking at your face or whatever it is that you're trying to record. Okay? So those are different things that you can insert. Sharing. Remember earlier we talked about you might want to create a notebook just on your computer to start with until you're comfortable with the permissions or the protection that you have on the web. And so, but if you do and later you want to share the notebook, you can click on Share this notebook, and then it will ask you where you want to store it and who you want to share it with. If you are sharing with other people, you might be interested in recent edits. So let's say you're sharing with 4 of your coworkers, and now you went on a week of vacation, and so you'd like to see what they said in the last 7 days. If you click on last 7 days, then it will open up and show you things that got changed by date. Okay, and notice it highlights them in yellow, and it also opens up a search results area that's going to show you what things got changed. All right, that's by date. You can also find things by author. If I click on, so I'm going to close this up. So again, if I'm sharing and I have, I want to look at what person said what, I can look in here. Now this is just searching this notebook. I'm going to say all notebooks so that you can hopefully see more authors. Here we go. So look at all these different authors. And if I click on the arrow next to them, these are the things that Sue put in or Krista Allen put in, so you can really look at what different people said about different items so that you know you can quickly see what additions they've made or what things that you need to concentrate on. So that's by author. Now, if you are going to share with somebody, somebody could delete a page that you think, no, that shouldn't have been deleted. Or they may have erased something that you wanted. And so you can, by notebook, you can look at different page versions and actually bring back an old version. Okay, so that's what versions is all about. And you can bring back things from that they deleted from your recycle bin. So there is some safety in that. Draw. Now, with Draw, you can draw anything that you'd like, but what a lot of people, just by clicking on a pen, and drawing, what a lot of people like to do, if you have a stylus, which I hope you can tell I don't, you can actually write, and if you have a tablet, you can just write right on your tablet. And what's nice is, notice here, ink to text. It can take that information if you go back to not being in draw mode, but rather in selection mode. And if you highlight whatever you want and click on ink to text, it didn't do a perfect job, but that was more because of my writing, that notice it made it sandy. Regardless of whether you convert or not, one of the neat things about OneNote is that if you do a find, if you search for Sandy, it'll actually find handwritten text as well as finding typed text. It'll also find things that are in pictures. So if you're on the internet and you're looking here and you take a picture of this sports, and I search for Michael Shoemaker, even though it's not typed in text, even though it's a picture, it'll actually find him. So the search capability is absolutely phenomenal in OneNote. One of the things I do in OneNote, I use this both for personal, obviously, and professional. So one of the things I copy a lot of recipes in from the internet. And so if I do a search for something like quinoa, then notice that even though these are pictures, it's going to find the word. Okay? Really great thing if you're going to the grocery store and you forgot what the ingredients were, you've got all the ingredients right on your phone. Okay? So drawing can be used to draw, but it can also be used for writing. You can also insert all sorts of different shapes, okay? And I think that's good enough for that. You won't be using that much. Under review, this is where you can do spell check if you'd like. And this is one of the neatest, I want to make sure you get this before you sign off, is linked notes. Now, linked notes is also down here. It's called docking to desktop. They're both the same thing. And let me tell you what it does. Because OneNote is such a great research tool, I think, if I'm correct, I think Sue does a procedures manual, which is really large. What if you'd like to go and tell somebody, I would like you to work right here on this part of this manual? Well, I'm going to go to a book that I've been writing, and let's say I want right here somebody to review this. What I can do then is I can dock OneNote. Let me go back to OneNote here. Dock to desktop. First thing I'm going to do before I do that, however, is I'm going to create a new page. So I'm going to go back up to my NJP. I'm going to create a new page. So right here's my new page. And this is where I would like to link to that other document. So I'm going to click on Dock to Desktop, which will shove OneNote to the right-hand side of my screen right here. Leave my document on the left side. So I can say, please see if this is wordy. for some reason, I'm not seeing it linking here. I don't know why it's not. Normally what would happen is there would be a W right off to the left here that I could close this. Let me go ahead and do that. Let me close this and come back in. There we go. Do you see how as soon as I start typing, do you see how the W appeared? So what that means is I can close this PowerPoint animation. I'm going to close this up, move this over. Okay, and whenever, so if, let's say Sue is sharing this with Bridget and she wants her to look this over, she can say, Bridget, look at my notes for the manual. And then all Bridget has to do is, first of all, if she just points to the W, do you see how it gives you a little description of right where you were? But now if I click on it, notice it brings me right into that document, right where my cursor was located. So she doesn't have to find where it was on the network. She doesn't have to find where my notes were on it. It's all in one place, and it can link. And this docking can dock to places in PowerPoint, in which case it'll show you a little P with a PowerPoint slide, to the internet. By the way, it does need to be Internet Explorer because this is a Microsoft product. So if you're used to using Chrome or Firefox for this portion, you're really going to want to use Internet Explorer. Okay, so this docking, whenever you're docked, you're allowed to take these linked notes. If you're done, you can undock just by clicking on it again, and now you're back into your OneNote. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay.
Any chance of docking to an Acrobat document?
No, I don't. I cannot tell you with 100% certainty, but I can tell you with 99% certainty, I don't believe you can do that. But try it. I mean, it's very easy to try, so I would definitely try it and see if that works. But definitely to PowerPoint, to Word, and to the internet. When you're on the internet as well, if it's Internet Explorer, you can, let's go to MSN, you can decide, okay, I want to know more about Michael Shoemaker, so I can come in here. I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Let's say I want to copy this into OneNote. Just copy it. You can highlight whatever you want, and if you're in, again, Internet Explorer, not the others, if you then right-click on it, you're going to see Send to OneNote. Okay? So, and when you do, it'll ask you where in OneNote you'd like it to go. So if I want it to go to NJP, I can just click on, oh, this is my 2013 version again. But you can just click on wherever you want it to go, okay, and click on OK. And if I click on a page, it'll go to the bottom of the page. If I click on a section, it'll create a new page within that section. See that? And it even gives me a link. Whenever you copy and paste from the internet, it will always give you a link so that you can click on the link and go back and research some more. Okay? Yeah, I see somebody mentioned the OneNote clip tool. That is exactly the same, and you're going to and I'm clicking on it down here. It does allow you to do screen clipping and send to OneNote just as if I had right-clicked, but notice that if you're not in Internet Explorer, it's going to be dull gray. So it works the same whether you're using this or whether you're using the right-clicking. But thank you for bringing that up. That is another way to get information into OneNote. Okay, another thing that I'd like to quickly make you aware of, remember we talked about pages over here. Though you can have as many pages as you want, and remember when I said you could click on add a page, notice how it always brings it to the bottom. And you can drag it wherever you'd like. You can drag it up. But notice when I point to a page, if I want a page between these two, if I just point to this, notice there's an arrow. If I click on that, that's another way to insert a page right where I want it, as opposed to clicking on Add a Page. The other nice thing is that you can make a page what's called a subpage. Simply by dragging it a little bit to the right, you have actually 3 levels. You have a page, 1 level of subpage, and another level. So you have actually 3 levels of subpages. If you ever want to copy a page, let's say you really like this page, if you drag it someplace and hold your control key down before you let go, you can make a copy of that page. So if you get something that you really like, you can quickly make copies of pages. Okay? So then the last tab here talks about being able to change page colors if you want. That'll change the background of a page. You can add lines or graph paper to a page. Okay? All of these things are on your View tool. So does anybody, I know we're 2 minutes over, but we also started a little bit late. Does anybody have any questions? And I know we went through this in lightning speed, and I want to apologize, but since we only had an hour, I do want you to remember that you have the entire manual. So everything we went over quickly, if you just sort of got the idea of what OneNote can do, you can go to that manual and find really step-by-step instructions on each thing and how to do it. Any questions?
Question about how much space do you have for saving your notebooks to the web?
Oh, pretty much unlimited. I don't know the exact, but I've never run out of space. So I'd have to look up, but.
Last time I checked on one of the nonprofit accounts that I had, it was over 20 gigs. So there was a significant amount of space available.
Yeah. Somebody just asked where they find the manual. So Brian, I'll let you answer that.
That will be posted to our website, lsntap.org, along with a summary of the major points that were put together. We will also have a full video available on YouTube within a week. This is the first time that we've done this topic, so we greatly appreciate your guys' feedback. I just put a link to the SurveyMonkey survey. It takes less than 5 minutes to fill out. Greatly appreciate any feedback that you've got.
And by the way, don't those of you, I only mentioned this because somebody said they were on 2013, but those of you who are on 2013, one of the neat new features is that the tables that you create don't have to just be OneNote tables. You can actually make them be Excel tables. So that's a nice new feature for those of you who have that. But regardless of the version you have, it is such a great, great tool that it's one of those things that as you use it, you will find more and more and more uses for it. And like I said, the biggest feature for me is that I never have to worry, where did I put that information? For instance, if I get a new computer and I say, gosh, I forget what the product key was, so I don't know how to install Office 2010, I can just start typing in product key, and look at that, I've got all my product keys. When I forget how to do my garage door opener, I can type in garage door opener, because when it loses its code, I can just do that, and it shows me how to do my garage door opener. So again, it is the one go-to place. Even though you can do that on your network, on your computer, it takes you forever to find where you stored it. Here, it takes me seconds to find absolutely any piece of information I want anytime. One last bit that I will tell you is that you can password protect a section. So notice I have one called investments that I don't want other people to see. And do you see how it's password protected? Okay, and so to password protect, again, if you don't know how to do that, all you have to do is right click on the section that you want to password protect, and say that you want to protect it, and then you give it a password. Please don't forget the password. And understand that anything that's password protected, you'll have to be on a computer to see. You cannot see that on your phone or on your Kindle. And I guess I should let you go since we're 5 minutes over time, but OneNote is a fantastic product. I sure hope that you start using it and enjoy it.
Thank you so much for everybody that came out to this. A quick reminder that we have another training going on tomorrow, which is our 50 tech tips. As always, it is free at the same URL. Thank you all for coming out. We look forward to hearing your feedback, and we'll have the video up soon.
Thank you.